What we're going to do now is we're going to continue on with the opposition reflex. I'm just going to give you one more example. This is kind of a common example if you're brand new to horses or you're a little green, you're unsure, is people tend to kind of dodge this one. So what I've got here is I've got a flag in my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a situation where maybe this horse might get a little bit concerned. So I haven't ever flagged this horse much. He can handle a flag, but it's been a while. Notice how he kind of got nervous. So what I might do here is while he's nervous, I'm just going to keep this flag going, and then when he starts to relax or give me his attention, then I'll take it away. Versus coming in here, get scared, and then stopping there. You see, so there I stopped when he spooked. The first time I stopped when he was done spooking. So now I'm going to come here, get big, get big, get big. Now, you don't have to get this big, but he's trying to be good there, trying to be calm. So I'm just kind of see if he'll move. Then I'll wait until maybe something better happens. So I'm just going to, the opposition reflex is I'm going to allow him to be a little bit spooky until he relaxes and then gives me his attention, and I'll take that away. Now, is he fully relaxed? Is he like perfect? No, he's not. But what you could do here is you could kind of play with this a little bit. Maybe I could get up closer. You don't want to stick this up underneath their front feet, okay, at first. But I might just come here, and then I might just do my head down part here. I'll just offer. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. Just wait. Just wait. And just kind of work him through here. See if he can kind of find a place for his head to kind of soften while this flag is around. Again, we haven't done any work like this, like really targeting this stuff. So this is a great example. This is why we get this horse out. It's not because he's super experienced. He's one of my youngest horses here, other than like the weanlings and stuff and yearlings. So I'll just hold this pressure, wait, there, as he relaxes. So when he relaxes, I'm going to take this pressure away. I'm just waiting, just waiting, just waiting. There's a little try. I'll offer. Just let him work through that tension. Now, I know this is a little bit different than the head up and head down, but this is more of an energy opposition reflex, meaning allow that energy to stay while he's nervous, which is different than what most people would do. Then when he relaxes, that energy will go away. Now, is there other ways we could do this? Could we walk away from the horse and have him follow the flag? And could we not pull on his head? No, yes, we could do all of those things. The purpose of this little segment is to be able to just talk about the general topic of opposition reflex, meaning we have a tendency as humans to want to target things, grab hold, focus super hard on what we want, go for the goal, and then the horse notices that, and he's probably going to duck out and say, go over here, because he sees what you want. He knows that's where the pressure is going to be, so he ducks. It's just a natural reflex for him. So what we're trying to do is maybe come over here with the pressure, or come over here with the pressure, knowing that you want him here. In that first example, we want his head down, so we put the pressure up here versus down. And maybe you're a little bit confused about that, but let's think about this. Who here has ever used a tie down on a horse? With a tie down, if you ever remember, say, riding a horse in a tie down for, say, a month or 2 months or however long, or maybe you got a horse out at an auction or whatever, and he'd been used to a tie down. When we take the tie down off the horse, which is designed to hold his head down, what do 99.9% of all horses that have been ridden in a tie down for a long period of time without proper training, what do they want to do with their heads? They want to lift them up. All right, so if I know this, if I tie his head down, he wants his head up, how would I get my horse to put his head down? I normally say, how about you ask your husband if he doesn't ride, or maybe your wife doesn't ride, but normally it's the husband doesn't ride. So give him the scenario. I tie my horse's head down, he wants it up, I want to get it down, what do I do? And he'll be like, tie it up. It'll be real simple because he's not a horse person, all right? So it's just mathematically, it just makes sense to him. So the same thing. If I know if I tie my horse's head down, he wants it up, we can push the head up and wait until he wants it to come down. Same thing here. If my horse is always nervous, instead of always trying to calm him down, just leave him in this nervous state until he relaxes. I'm not saying trouble the horse and bother the horse and harass the horse to the point that he cannot handle things. I'm not saying don't ever help him out. but I am saying just maybe maintain a little bit until there's a change. So I'm going to offer, maintain, till there's a change. Offer, maintain, there's a change. Notice this change is happening a little bit quicker. I haven't done these things with him before like this. Maybe as he was a little munchkin or something. As a yearling, I might have done just a real quick session, but I haven't done this in so long I can't hardly remember. All right, but notice the change here. So if I'd have cheated and done this a whole bunch before the video started, you probably wouldn't have seen all that happened earlier. So that's just another example. When he's nervous, try to maintain a little bit of pressure. That doesn't mean you have to panic him or force it or anything, but just let him work through it. Let him think, like, why am I being nervous? Why, like, what are my other options here? Because eventually, like in that scenario, you're going to be on your horse, on the trail. He's going to get nervous because his friend left, or that he heard something in the bushes, or a dog ran out, or a turkey flew over, or whatever the thing's going to be for your horse. Something's going to bother him, and then he's going to get nervous. And then how are you going to work him through that situation? His head's up, he's running, he's nervous, he's spooking, he's doing whatever he's doing. What are you going to do then? Okay, if you've only ever worked your horse in a safe, like padded kind of environment, how is he going to be able to work through things with you in the real world? So in this program, what we try to do is we try to be realistic. We try to like, okay, it's great that we're at home in the round pen or in this arena or whatever, and life is easy, but what about when we go outside these gates and we go out in the real world and we try to ride in the parade or the wine ride, or go up packing in the wilderness, or we go into a horse show and there's a whole crowd of people cheering, or whatever's coming our way? Does he or she have the experience necessary, the prior experience, to be able to work through this scenario so that both of you can get through the day safely and successfully?